On today's show.
What's up with gym? Why are we here outside the cafeteria?
Now, here's one of our new teachers here at Staples, Mr. Williamson.
Did you know that the boys' locker room hasn't been updated since the 1970s?
Now let's take a look at the mess in the cafeteria.
All that and more. Good morning, Staples. Good morning, Staples. It's Thursday, October 9th. I'm Mike DeAngelis.
And I'm Danny Jersey. We'll start the show in a moment, but first, would you all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Club Rush is coming up soon. Here's some background.
We interviewed some freshmen to see what they knew about Club Rush.
Do you know what Club Rush is?
It's pretty sweet. Do you know what Club Rush is?
No? So you're a freshman, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what Club Rush is?
No.
Many freshmen don't seem to know what Club Rush is, so we decided to ask Mr. Francis to describe this event.
Okay, Club Rush will be held October 13th through the 17th. That's next week, Monday through Friday. And it will give all 95 plus clubs and activities here at Staples a chance to showcase what they have to students outside the cafeteria during all 3 lunches every one of those days. There'll be approximately 20 clubs per day outside the cafeteria, and I would encourage all students to walk through that line of tables and see if there's anything that might interest you outside of the classroom this year.
Thank you to Mr. Francis and the freshmen that we interviewed.
And we'll see you here, right here, outside the cafeteria next week at Club Rush.
At Club Rush, you'll learn all about the new clubs. Well, now we'd like to introduce you to one of our newest teachers, Mr. Williamson of the History Department.
Good morning, Staples. I am here with Mr. Williamson. He's a new social studies teacher here at Staples. And Mr. Williamson, what classes do you teach here?
I teach 5 courses, 3 freshman global themes classes, and 2 sophomore U.S. history.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, like where you grew up and where you went to school?
I grew up in Greenwich, and I went to Greenwich High School.
So what did you do before you became a teacher?
In my previous life, I was a student at the University of Connecticut, where I played clarinet for 5 years in the marching band for UConn football games and the pep band for UConn basketball games. And I got to perform at some great events, games both at home and away, including the 2010 Papa John's Bowl, 2011 Fiesta Bowl, and the 2011 Men's National Championship game. So a lot of fun.
Okay, and besides music, what are your other hobbies and interests?
In addition to playing and listening to music, I enjoy learning about history. I'm currently learning about the history of Westport. It's a fascinating story and makes me very proud to be part of this community and part of the great legacy of Staples High School.
Thank you, Mr. Williamson, and we're excited to have you here at Staples.
We'll be back right after this public service announcement.
Matt, get back here!
One of the things that students want is to be treated respectfully and fairly. Do you think it's respectful to leave your garbage on the table in the caf? Do you think it's fair for the custodians to have to clean it up? I don't. Therefore, if you want to be treated fairly and respectfully, act fairly and respectfully.
Junior students this year are making choices in gym classes. Here's a piece with some background on Lifetime Gym and also about how some students feel about the new choice they get to make.
This year, juniors have had the option of taking Lifetime Routine Gym. Here's what we found.
As the titles describe, the Lifetime activities are probably a little bit more individualized. They are more geared towards students coming in and really setting individual type goals where the team activities is something that they get together, and as the name also describes, they work a lot with collaborating with their teammates.
What do you think about the new choice for juniors to have either lifetime or team gym?
Well, I think that's a good idea, different activities in the different gyms, so, it's cool.
I think it's a good idea because you get to be in a class of people who want to do stuff that's more similar to you, so you don't have to go through units where you're not enjoying yourself as much, but it's very segregated, so half and half there.
I like it because students may have different interests, so I think it's a good idea.
I was gonna take lifetime, but I decided against it because I didn't want to be in a class with all chicks.
Namaste. I was just doing the tree pose, but you can do in lifetime. But you can also do team if you're more competitive. Now back to the host.
We'll be going outside the locker room again today, but before we do, let's go inside it, specifically the boys' locker room.
My team and I asked the Assistant Athletic Director, Mr. Gussage, and some students about what they thought about the current state of the boys' locker room.
Good morning, Staples. Well, the boys' locker room is an area that we've been hoping to address for a number of years. Certainly is in need of some updating. I'm sure that goes without saying for those gentlemen out there who've been in there. So we're hoping to get that updated in the near future and take care of some of the conditions that are down there. We're aware of them, and we're going to do the best we can to make it a better environment for you. Thank you.
What is your opinion about the boys' locker room, and do you think it should be updated?
I definitely think it should be updated. It's always really dirty, pretty wet, and it smells really bad. It's horrible, it smells terrible, and it looks ridiculous. Yeah, it should be updated.
It's pretty dank. I think it's disgusting, and yeah, it should be.
I think the boys' locker room is in pretty terrible condition. It's in really bad condition. My stuff's been stolen
I
several
saw a
times.
rat in my shoe once.
I saw it too.
It actually ate half of my shoe. I had 1.5 shoes.
You walked around with half a shoe for a whole day.
I'd say it's my least favorite place in school, and it should definitely be updated.
Well, Staples, you've heard it from Mr. Gutches and the students. Now back to the host.
Now let's introduce you to another of our fall teams. The latest edition of Outside the Locker Room meets up with our girls' soccer team.
Welcome to this week's edition of Just Outside the Locker Room. This week we are with the girls' soccer team and Captain Chloe Rosenfield. So Chloe, we hear the girls' soccer team is doing really well this year.
Yeah, we're doing really great this season. We're 7-1-1. We have 2 huge games coming up against Fairfield Ward and St. Joe's this week, and we're really excited.
How does everybody get along?
This year we have a really cohesive unit, we have a great team, and it seems like we have great chemistry so far.
Tell us some of the highlights of your season so far.
I think one highlight of the season was definitely when we scored against Danbury. Charlotte Rossi put in a goal, and it was just a great moment for our team. The celebration, it was just really awesome to win at home and have all the fans on the hill.
Are you getting a lot of support from the team this year?
Yeah, we are getting a lot of support this year on the hill, and we would love for as many people to come out as we can.
Thanks for joining us on this week's edition of Just Outside the Locker Room, and now back to the hosts.
Time for another life lesson with this week's coach's tip.
Welcome back, Staples, for the coach's tip. This week we're with head baseball coach, Coach McFarland.
My tip of the day is set goals for that day. Set the goal for that day, whether it's homework or training for a sport, and win that day. Win every day.
Thanks, Coach, for that home run of a tip. Now let's throw it back to the host.
Thanks, Coach McFarland. At last Thursday's football game, there was a decidedly pink hue to the stadium. It was a great game played for a great cause. First of all, here's a look at some of the night's pink images.
Pink Out 2014. Go Staples!
Seems like the whole town's here. Friends and ribbons fill the park. She knows she's not alone. It makes her smile and it breaks her heart. Her daughter is holding her hand, a balloon tied on her wrist. She She says, Mommy, everyone's dressed in pink. Look how pretty it is. And it reminds her of coming here when she was just a little girl, holding her own mother's hand. It was an innocent world when pink was just a color and ribbons tied back hair. Every race was just for fun, and she ran without a care. Today is one step closer to being like back when pink is just a color again.
Now let's check out some of the highlights of the game as heard on WWPT and seen on the Staples Television Network. The commentators for the game were Cooper Boardman and Adam Kaplan.
On the field, Coogan second down and about 5 for the Wreckers, man in the backfield. This time play action, he's got a man wide open. That one is Melnick. Melnick the catch and takes it in easily for the Wreckers. Touchdown Staples. What a throw there from Teddy Coogan, a 45-yard bomb here for the Wreckers. Now he'll get the option fake as Coogan takes it in himself and a touchdown for the Wreckers. Keep the ball out of Stanford's hands.
Yeah, they get the ball at the half. If Staples can score here.
Shear now. Shear will keep it himself. Fakes the handoff and takes it in. He took it across the 10-yard line and in for the Wreckers. Touchdown Staples. Two players now in the backfield alongside Shear. One is Adrian, one is Berger. This time we'll see play action. Shear's got a man. He's got Melnick wide open and touchdown Wreckers. Melnick got a step on his defender. Shear's right. Shear now, another handoff for Berger. He's got a hole down inside the 10. The 5 breaks a tackle. He's in. Touchdown Wreckers. Staples takes the lead. How about that, Adam?
Both the football team and our boys soccer team take on Fairfield Ludlow in a doubleheader in their stadium tomorrow starting at 3:45. If you can't make it out to Fairfield, WWPT will be airing both games live.
Well, Mr. Klein lost last week. It's not possible that the Staples students can defeat him 2 weeks in a row. Or is it? Let's find out.
We are back for week 4 of the Klein Challenge, week 6 of the NFL season. Klein and Zito is here again. All right. Yes.
Gabby.
Not a good week for me once
Gabby.
again. Not a terrible week. So once again, here's the results of week 3. Gabby had a perfect week. She went 3-0. I went 2-1. However, I was going to file a protest because a little birdie told me that she got a little help from Mr. Wetzel, but I'm going to let that one go.
Oh, come on.
Okay, however, Gabby's not aware of one thing. There's a little clause in the contract of the Klein Challenge that says if you beat me, you get a special haircut. Let's take a look at the last person that beat me in the Klein Challenge.
I beat Klein, and he made me get this haircut.
That's great. Can we see a before and after shot of Matt Elliott? Okay? Gabby, you're going to look great with that haircut. Okay, Zeets, for real now. Let's get serious. First time I've ever lost 2 weeks in a row. First time. I guess there's a first time for everything.
Matt, Gabby.
Okay?
Matt, Gabby. Matt, Gabby.
I need some help.
You do.
I do. I'm going outside for some help. Let's see what we have. James, I've lost 2 in a row, all right? I'm in trouble here. I need a little help, all right?
Yeah,
Tell me who you like this week.
I'm thinking the Bengals over the Panthers.
That's a terrible pick.
Well,
Maddie, you need your help, all right? I never lose. I've lost 2 in a row. Who do you like this week?
I like the Giants.
The New York Football Giants?
No, the San Francisco Giants.
Wrong sport, Maddie. Alex, I'm on a 2-game losing streak. This never, ever happens, okay?
Never.
I need your help, buddy. I know you're a Jaguars fan, so don't pick the Jags. Who do you like?
It's got to be Broncos over the Jets.
I like it.
Back to work.
I am here with Tyler Sang, who is the next contestant on the Klein Challenge. Tyler is a senior football player, as a matter of fact.
Yes, I am.
Tyler, what kind of football fan are you?
I'm a New York Jet fan.
I almost feel sorry for Tyler. Almost. Okay, Tyler, ready? Give me your picks for week 4 of the Klein Challenge.
This week I have the Packers over the Dolphins, the Chargers over the Raiders, and the Cardinals over the Redskins.
Okay. Tyler's going with basically all favorites and some gimmies in there. I'm going to go in this direction. I am going to take Alex's advice and rub a little salt in Tyler's wounds and take the Denver Broncos over the hapless New York Jets. First time all year. We got our confidence back. A little swagger. I am going with the New York Football Giants on Sunday night over the Philadelphia Eagles. And my lock of the week.
Ooh, that's a big lock, all right.
I am going with the Seattle Seahawks over the hated, and I say hated, Dallas Cowboys. Looking forward to week 6 of the NFL season. Tyler, thanks for being on the show, buddy.
Thank you.
See ya.
That's it for us today.
Bye.
Every step is one step